It was November 2007. I was experiencing pain all day in my side. All my friends were telling me to go to the hospital. I didn't want to go, but the pain got so unbearable. I walked over to Elmhurst Hospital, another block away. Yada, yada, yada. Got my first prostate exam. I flirted with the nurse. I mean, what the hell, right? She's getting to know me. And drink the contrast for the CAT scan. I had to wait, and then I had to wait afterwards. It took a long time. I remember my Aunt Jean was there. I remember being on the table, and the guy telling me, we're going to put this big tube down your throat. I started gagging. I go, look, dude, do what you got to do. You don't need to tell me. There's nothing I'm not going to stop you. Just go, right? So they did it. I don't remember much. I was there for 8 days. I almost died from an appendix operation, right? My appendix was about to bust, and they also noticed a spot on my kidney. I didn't even know what that meant. So I come out of it, and I couldn't move. I was in really bad pain in my shoulder. Like, I couldn't move. I couldn't push myself up at all. And Cindy was in front of me, and I said, Cindy, help me up. So she goes to help me up, and she hurt my shoulder, and I screamed. And I said, Cindy, if you ever put your hands on me again, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. She told me I threatened her, and she started laughing. I think she was with Lorraine. And the next thing I remember was going for a cigarette that was a foot away from me, and I couldn't get it because of my shoulder. It took me 5 hours to get a cigarette. 5 freaking hours to get a cigarette that was a foot away from me. In my bed, I didn't even have to move. Then I get the cigarette and I drop it. So now it's on my bed and I can't find it. I'm searching. Well, that took another 2 hours, 7 hours. My cousin Fran said he would watch that whole 7 hours without fast forwarding it, just to see what happened. I think he's full of shit because he hasn't even watched one of these fucking videos yet. So, anyway, I go into the bathroom. I'm ready to light up the cigarette, and again knocks on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, sir, you got to get out of there. What are you doing in there? He knew I was going to smoke. To get the beep out of here, there is no way in hell that I'm going to give up this cigarette after all I went through. But he guilted me, man. He told me he was going to lose his job. He was pleading. I gave in. Next thing, 5 cops. And I knew one of them because he lived, I live in the neighborhood, and he was like the main cop at the hospital. And he goes, we could do this the hard way, or we could do this the easy way. It's your choice. That ticked me off. I started cursing him out. I started threatening him. I couldn't even walk. I was staggering, but it pissed me off that he was acting so tough against someone who couldn't even defend themselves. That really got me fucking my blood boiling. It ended peacefully. So, something I didn't mention was after the surgery, when they took the tube out, I couldn't breathe. So they were trying to put it back, and they needed 10 people to hold me down to get the tube back in. So I guess during this struggle, that's where I got all my injuries, my shoulder, my head. I don't know what happened, but I'm assuming that maybe subconsciously I was aware that something happened because I had a lot of pain going on. That's why I was a mean, angry patient, the whole time. Nothing I remember was being in a lot of pain. You push the button for the nurse to come and give you the painkiller. And I assure you, I didn't have a terms of endearment moment, with my father. Leave the nurse alone, will ya? She's busy. Come on, she's helping other people. That's what I got. I have the dubious honor of being Elmhurst Hospital's worst patient. Thank you very much. That's what my whole family and all my friends told me. When they first came to visit, they said, I only know this man for 15 minutes. Please don't wake him up. For a simple appendix operation, they beat the hell out of me. They messed up my shoulder. So, yeah. And it bothers me periodically, but it took a long time to heal. I have a scar on the back of my head, a scar on my gum. I have a big indentation in my gum. I have a scar that faded away that was on my face. But all in all, you know, I had a nice big lump on my side, right? There's a scar up here. There's a lump. Big ball. And, but if it wasn't for the appendix operation, they wouldn't have found that out. And it was a very aggressive cancer, and I probably would have died. Or I went through hell, you know, by the time they found out about it. Also, with my vocal cords, they thought there was a breathing problem. I've had many surgeries on it. And they want to cut my vocal cord. That's another story, yeah. So, I want to get these stories out, as many as I can, especially the good ones, you know. At least people get to hear my voice if they ever do decide to cut my vocal cords. They can look back at this, right? So anyway, grateful to be alive.